Today, I'm going to share this full-size griddle with you. Now, this was sent to me by the manufacturer as a sample, so we're going to give it a good rundown and we'll go from there. First thing I want to mention is that it is non-stick coated aluminum. We have two sides. This one is reversible. On the back side, we have grooves, which would be great for something like steaks or even dogs or whatever you might want to grill. That gives it those lines with a little bit of lift. And on the front side, we have your flat surface, which is your traditional griddle surface. Today, I'm going to use this griddle on a portable propane grill, and it is going to be pretty limited on the amount of power it has. It's great for cooking a burger or a hamburger, but when you put something really big on it, it has a hard time keeping up. Let me get that lit while we're talking. I got to tell you, this little grill has been great. I have done another griddle on there, and it was really successful, so I was really happy with it. Now, I'm going to go ahead and show you a picture, though. This is meant to fit on my full-size propane grill. It's a little old, and it would be hard for me to get a good video of it, especially with where it's located at. There's just too much commotion going on over there. So we want a nice, good area, and this is it. So I've got this sitting on here, and we're going to let it preheat. These are some warm gloves. They're not like hot gloves, but they're good for medium temperatures. And I'm going to go ahead and set a couple of sausages on here while we talk. So I'll be right back. Now what I have here is some classic ground meat sausages, caseless. So they're basically just extruded tubes. So they don't have a wrapper or anything on there. And they actually work really good for something like this. Because if you want, you can flatten them just a little bit and you still get kind of the sausage experience, but they don't roll around as much. So I'm going to go ahead and flip that over real quick. They just are starting to come to temperature. We still have a long ways to go here on this griddle. And the nice thing about this is that you will be able to tell when we're ready for the egg because these will be cooking well. The surface is non-stick, so you'll want to use scratch-free utensils like these type of spatulas or wooden bamboo, those kind of things. I use a lot of bamboo stuff and they work really great on my non-stick pans. And don't tell anybody I'm using non-stick pans. They'll get mad at me or something. But this is going to work out great for something like that because it won't scratch it at all. And the directions recommend also that you don't use soap, that you wipe it down with, you know, a sponge or a soft rag. I use a lot of paper towels. Paper towels, some of them can be a little abrasive, so you do want to be a little more careful. And we are starting to get a little bit of a sizzle there, so we're getting up to temperature. Let's go ahead and take a 2-minute break, and then I'll cook an egg. So it's been slightly over 2 minutes, and I want to give you a good look on the close-up cam here because I want you to see that these sausages are starting to brown up, and you see how nice that they look. Look at that little crisp coming on there. They're nowhere near done. Again, just a little under on the temperature, but we're hot enough to cook an egg. So let's go ahead, and I like to do this on the flat tops of the griddles is I like to use one of these little egg rings. And I did bring out some avocado oil, but I think this oil from the sausage is going to be enough. Separate this out just a little bit. Put these on here. This whole outdoor area is slightly sloped, so I kind of want to push everything that way so that way when it runs down the hill. All right, and then let's move these sausages over just a little bit because, like I said, if it runs, I don't want it running into them. Oh, and look at that. That turned out perfect. Just going to set that on my plate because every time I do that, I get oil everywhere. And again, the oil from this rolling downhill. I really like that non-stick. You see it just moves around. I could easily flip that right now, but I'm not ready. I want the white to be a little more cooked. I'm a little particular. I don't like my whites runny at all. Now, if you have a dome, like a dome lid that you can set down on your griddle, that'll work great for cooking these sausage. And just think, if you had a full-size propane grill, like the one that I took the picture with, you would easily be able to cook on this entire surface and cook a massively large meal. Now for me, it's just the two of us here, and so we don't need as much space, but this would definitely work amazingly well. Oh, it is cooking a little bit warmer than I expected. It is working great. I think that the other griddle that I have is stainless steel, and it takes a little bit more power. This aluminum one takes a little bit less. Pretty good here at getting that heat through there. Like, everything is sizzling along. Oh, that's done. Just gonna put it on my plate here with this stuff. That's almost overcooked. Boy, that was close. All right, I'm gonna grab up a little bit more of that oil. Trying to keep the oil from running all over the place. And again, it's not the griddle, it's the whole stage is tilted slightly downhill. All right, I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna bust that open and look. Perfect there. Got a little bit of yolk, got some color in there. That's great. I'm gonna take a bite. That's looking great. So I'm gonna go ahead and keep cooking these and eat these, but I think I've showed you what I need to show you. And again, the backside with its textures and everything will be great, but this front side has performed excellently, even on this little tiny propane grill. So I think that this would work great for any camping trip, and you could put it right on top of your stove or whatever you got. So check this thing out. I'm really happy with what I see here.